to secure whatever your visitor's purpose. Plainly believe they can achieve it alone. The craft should come into view at any moment. Let us wait them inside in the castrum. Cutscene.
A smoke signal? Thoughts, Yugiri?
Maybe they're telling us that we have to run? I don't know.
In former times, such signals were used to announce the coming of an emissary of peace. In Doma, at least. But could that truly be their intent?
Who can say? Whatever they want, we cannot simply blast them out of the sky. Not when they were so gracious as to honor one of our cherished traditions. I would not have it said that we Domans want for propriety.
Then I shall go and reconnoiter.
Nay, that won't be necessary. We will meet them openly. I would welcome this student of Doman history in person, whomsoever he or she may be.
As you wish, my lord. I shall arrange for a signal of our own to be fired in answer.
And who are you?
Well, that we should be received by the Lord of Doma himself.
I but afford an emissary of peace the courtesy he is due. Welcome to Doma, my lord.
Ah, where are my manners? I am Asahi Sus Brutus, Ambassador Plenipotentiary of Garlemald.
He is heir to the Naiuri clan, and Yotsu's stepbrother.
It seems I need not introduce myself, not in the presence of the famed Yugiri Mistwalker. Your skills as a shinobi are known far and wide, my lady. It is true. I am of the Populares, a collective which represents the interests of the common man. Long have we labored to bring about reform to the Empire's provincial policy. Happily for us, our master acknowledges the need for change. Indeed, His Radiance, Emperor Varys Zos Galvus, personally sanctioned this mission, granting me the authority to speak with his voice. To negotiate peace with Doma.
Well then, we have much to discuss. Will you accompany me to my hall?
Gladly, my lord.
Shall escort our guest across the river to the Enclave. Yugiri, pray go on ahead to the Yakuza matter. And see the ferries are ready. Does that matter? Alright. Here and I will accompany the Imperial delegation on the first ferry. When you're ready, speak to the boatman and join us on the other side. You can't jump in the Enclave. Oh, okay. I didn't know you could not jump here. Oh, it's a new city. Oh, okay. So the Enclave is like a new city. That's pretty cool. We should probably go to the Aether first. So let's go to the Aether first then. Now we have the Aether to this place, so it should be good. Alright, now we gotta connect to these Aether nets. There's a cool black woman. What's that, right? First troop condition, where's that? Hello. It looks like a pretty cool shop you got there. Oh, it is a rare honor indeed to receive heroes such as you. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Kozakura, and I manage the accounts of the Shazenkai. Oh, but you must be unfamiliar with our organization. Forgive me. That person we are largely concerned with facilitating the reconstruction and revitalization of the Enclave. Needless to say, we are hard at work. For us, it's quite fortress actually you bring here. I had mind to petition your assistance. Okay, calm down. Alright, you are. It's rather difficult to converse with staring at one's feet, and you would doubtless benefit from an explanation. As you may know, the Enclave was once the economic and cultural center of Doma. Alas, it suffered terrible devastation at the hands of the Empire, both during and following the failed rebellion of yesteryear. That and the other ruins might stand as testament to the folly of resistance. Extensive. Reconstruction was forbidden by the Imperial Viceroy, of course. That is no longer a concern. At long last, we are free to rebuild the Enclave, to restore the heart of our once great nation, and show the world that Doma lives on. But as I said before, we are hard at work, cut out for loss. We have limited funds and material resources, not to mention a lack of skilled craftsmen. Which brings me back to the matter I wish to discuss with you, that of our brothers in Yorza, refugees of subtle and revenant's toll. Given their sanity, have a word. Work closely with the local leadership to build and maintain much of the settlement. Many knew trades before they left, and those that did not doubtless learn that they might earn their keep. If they were to return home and aid us in the reconstruction effort, it would be a tremendous boon. Would you be willing to speak with them on our behalf? Sure thing. I can go talk to them. Taking an interest in the Shazenkai. Yeah, they look like an interesting thing. It's a good time as any to discuss the matter. I'm grateful beyond measure to you and the Scions. Dawn of welcoming you here, my people, in their hour of need. As the beneficiaries of this kindness, they have made every effort to repay you and the people of Eminence Toll. Nevertheless, we here bear the responsibility as well. Kozakura, if you would be so kind. Yes, my lord. We will send them a considerable gift as a gesture of gratitude and goodwill. However, I would like the missive to be delivered to the Adventurers Guild representative in advance. If you were to personally hand it to the man, I would be honored. Excellent. I knew I could count on you. Pardon my interruption, Kozakura. I look forward to seeing your progress. I hope we don't disappoint. Anyway, I'll not keep you. Thank you again for the assistance, and safe travels. Here you are, Ayos. So first things first, what do you think about the Enclave? I must say you're proud of what my countrymen have accomplished in time. Yeah, true. We even have an Aether right now, courtesy of the Oni Shishu. Be sure to attune to it, would you? Once it has the Warrior of Light's seal of approval, people might actually start using the thing. Another matter. The ambassador and his retinue are at my hall, taking their ease ahead of the new Yoshins. I want you there when the talking starts. It will serve to send a message to the Empire that Yorza and Doma stand united. I'm not normally one for hollow posturing, but in this game of nations, such gestures carry weight. Oh, and should you feel uneasy about speaking to the threat for the Scions, Alphino and Alice will also be there. You'd only eat, drink, and look imposing. Say you'll come. I'll be there. I knew I could count on you. When you're ready, come and join me at the humble abode. The Kimken guardsman will see you in. Okay, so we gotta go to the Resonance Toll and get some help. Is that business concerning the Domans? See, Lord Hien really needed get into such trouble. I know all too well how much our far eastern friends worry themselves over Dikurum. As for the matter of the refugees' repatriations, I'll not lie. We've come to view them as family. We'll be sorry to see them go, many of the other fellow frontier hands especially. So let us do you one better. I shall appeal to the yours and comrades, and invite them to accompany the Domans on their journey, that they too might aid in the reconstruction of the Enclave. I expect many will jump at the opportunity. A costly thing, and so many people to be sure, but owing to Lord Hien's generosity, we seem to have found ourselves with a surplus of funding. It's hard to imagine the toll without Doman refugees to help make it what it is today. What am I saying? This is a happy occasion. Go and tell the hoes in the news. I'm sure they'll be overjoyed. good to see you, my friend. Though not at all expected. You look as though you have something important to say, do you? I don't know what to say. Return to Doma? Has the day truly come at last? Wait here while I summon the others. This concerns them all. My word. And they are already making arrangements for our return. Why the long face, Sigiri? This is cause for celebration. It is I, like all of you. I have dreamed this day since the moment we left Yangtze. But now that it has arrived, I cannot help but think of those to whom we owe so much, Slav-born especially. Indeed, even if it were possible to leave this very moment, I could not until I thanked the people here for everything they have done for us. I remember when we first arrived in this land and learned of its troubles. Though disappointed, I understood why no one would grant us shelter. Who were we? Why risk so much for strangers? But this place and these people were different. When all others turned us away, Rivenstal welcomed us with open arms. I love Doma and Lord Ian with all my heart, and want nothing more than to return to help rebuild, but I implore you, Hosen, we must first do our utmost to repay their boundless kindness. Never did I intend for us to disappear into the night like thieves and vagabonds, but everything you have said is right and true. All labors we have undertaken will be seen to measure of completion. That much goes without saying, I'm sure. I will speak of Slav-born, and we have enough days to prepare for our journey. In the meantime, I would encourage you all to prepare gifts and so forth. Very good, very good. It would not do to leave without saying proper farewells, else we would labor under a cloud of regret. At my age, one appreciates every opportunity to put their affairs in order. After all, I may not weather the journey home, much less another one to Orza. Not given your constitution, I would not be surprised if you bury us all. If you have no pressing obligations, we impose upon you to assist us with our final preparations. Since this is quite sudden, many of our people may require a second opinion on a farewell gift or something. All I ask is that you make yourself available for any consultation. Yeah, I can do that, don't worry. Thank you, my friend. I will look for you near the Narin Gate. Boogie now, everyone. Let us not keep Pet waiting. Where's the destination? I didn't see it. Assisting the Doma refugee with their final version will take several minutes. You may wish to cancel any pending duty for restoration. Yeah. Let's go. So kind of you to spare time to help us with something so trivial. No doubt you have many other important matters to attend to. Anyway, I want to ask your opinion on the gift. I wish to give my dear friend mine before leaving Isildur. You remember Isildur, you know? Ellen's grandfather, older than me. Before they joined the Zone, how I envy his figure. Alas, in recent days his body has begun to get better, so I was thinking of giving him something for himself. Do you have any suggestion? Anything for his back, maybe? Those are well aware of their comrades' conditions. It shows how much you care for one another. Perfect. It's nice, but satisfied with your suggestion. Good. What else do I have to do? Am I just gonna be answering people's questions? Oh, he's gonna ask me something. My friend, could you spare a moment of your time? Too many interests to which we owe a great deal, but there is one in particular to which we should definitely pay respect. We're Wenna's House of Splendors. The house has been a valuable source of goods and services in both professional and personal matters. I'm sure you can say the same. So I thought bid farewell to the representative by whom I have worked most closely. If you would look to the counter by the gate. Speak of the raven hair. Yeah, her here. Her or her? Oh wait, one of them anyway. She's been very helpful. There's a problem. I cannot for the life of me remember her name. They all sound similar. Okay. You know her name, Shreddy? Please tell me. God. I said, I remember as soon as you said it. Hey, Elena? Thank you, Bisty, before I forget again. Okay, I guessed the right name, good. I did not, jeez. This is like a quiz. You have to remember stuff about Revenant's Toll. You have to try to remember names of characters and names of things. Oh, this is a pretty hard quiz to do. You've seen Carmichael roaming about? Over the course of the time here in Revenant's Toll, I've come to know many adventures, including an arcanist with somewhat disobedient companion. Since every day her carbuncle wanders off on its own, you see, and today is no exception. For mercy, it will respond to its name more earnestly when called by someone other than its owner. Strangely enough, the problem is I cannot seem to recall what it is. Some sort of gemstone, I think? Emerald, I guess? Was it emerald? I can't remember, I should name it that. Shit, it's not an emerald, right? It's a ruby? guess wrong. I got it wrong, did I? How fortunate I am that you are still here. My father told me how you helped him. I was hoping you might do the same for me. I seek your wisdom concerning Slaftborn and the Adventurers Guild, who helped secure us a place here in Revenant's Toll. Thanks to him, we were able to work side by side with the Frontier Hands to build those walls and lay these cobblestones. We were given food and shelter, it is true. More importantly, we were given purpose. We have, of course, already expected our gratitude to him many times before. I myself presented Slaftborn with a dome and dagger, which I am told he treasures. But now that we must part ways, I feel as though we must make one final grand gesture, a more elaborate, expensive gift, perhaps. Or well, what do you think? Something flashy? Yeah, maybe. Yeah, yeah, never mind. I think it's just staying in touch was good. Your efforts, sisters. Some yet struggle to put their efforts in order, but others have done successful. Thankfully, we should have enough time before we depart. Good. Everything's good. Listen, you were going to meet with Slaftborn one last time, were you not? Hoping you would accompany us? So please let me know when you do. There's some few matters I must attend to before I speak to Slaftborn, but it should not take much, huh? Who's that? That is Resh Poli, is not formerly of the Crystal Braves, and our kind-hearted soul to whom we owe much. She looks as though she's searching for something or someone. Yes, I know it is not my place to ask, but would you assist her? I would myself, but I could, but a far impending journey. That's good. I'll get some gold. That's nice. In order to undertake the subsequent quest, you must first complete the Doma Adventurers Guild, Short Arms of the Law. Is this a... That's a side quest though, that's not a part of main quest. Toll booty. Let's see here. Just one of the saviors. That's a side story then. That's not part of the main quest. Oh, there's a good quest. What you want, Hosen? For take this quest, you must first complete a Doman Adventures Guild quest. Short Arms of the Law. So I need to continue the Doman. I need to go back to Doma. To take these side story quests, beginning of Toll Bound. Okay, so I have to do the Toll Bout booty there. Okay, never mind. Toll booty. Rash pulling his face lights up to see her savior, alright? Oh my, it seems long since the Castrum Sentry. You were at Castrum Sentry? Don't you recognize me? I suppose not. You wouldn't remember everyone you rescue. And I look quite different when we met, dressed in my uniform. I'm Rash Polali. It's been quite some time since when I served the Crystal Braves 4th unit, until everything fell apart, that is. Everyone went their own ways. Some followed Captain Aelbert, others found new work altogether. I've kept busy guarding the frontier lands here. A little too busy, in fact. I can scarce find a moment to spend with my family. The journey wasn't entirely easy. I was bedridden after Castrum Sentry. But the time I was fit for duty, Crystal Braves just weren't anymore. In a strange way, I've many of my injuries to thank for keeping me from the worst of it. Oh, speaking of that, yeah, you're close to Doma's, aren't you? Would you happen to know where Roka is? She aided in my recovery, and well, it's quite embarrassing that I didn't notice until now, but... It's a great misunderstanding. You see, her earrings were bundled up in my bags. I've been trying to return them. Those children are neither seen nor heard. I can't find her, no matter how much I look. I simply don't have the time to track her down. I'll track her down, don't worry. Do you really have some spare moment to look for her in my stead? Well, thank you very much. There you are. I've heard a Doman visit this house of splendors, though never when I'm there for some reason. But speak of Rowena, very little escapes her, even invisible children. Check that. Speak of Rowena then. Hey, Rowena, how are you goes? Good Doman children, right? They sometimes help arrange my less valuable wares. Just finished for the day. I think Mariana said she'd caught sight of them playing nearby. I'd catch them should you have the vision to wait. Just outside here, right? Okay. I hereby call this meeting the Doma Adventurers Guild. To order. Old business first, Koharu. We'll start with you. I've been helping Alice get the ingredients she wanted. I was helping treat her adventures. I've been helping arrange stuff for Rowena. No, that's not right. Those are all just chores. I want to go in proper order. Didn't any of you find anything exciting or scary or mysterious we could explore? Did you find anything, Yosen? I'll bet you didn't. I did too. We've got a big wide world to explore, and I was looking into ways to do it, which is more than can be said for any of you. Well, it's true. Yosen got caught sneaking into a horsebird cart. Mr. Staffborn was yelling at him for bills after that. You're hopeless. I'm sorry, Yosen. It's just hee-hee. You little snitch. I told you that in secret. Yosen, I may have found us a quest. I overheard some people talking, and they said there's something hidden that Camp Servant stole. It might be famous adventurers' loot, lost treasure, or a vengeful spirit who was sealed away or something. No one knows for sure. Perfect. We could be the first to find out what's hidden there. No, just gotta figure out how to leave town without being caught. What are you doing here? I was so sad when I thought I lost those earrings. I brought them all the way from Doma, you know? Thank you. Hold on a moment. I've got an important announcement. The Doma Adventurers Guild needs experience in field actually adventuring. No one's going to let us through because they think it's too dangerous. Miss is a good friend of the guild and is incredible. So I say invite her to join us in this quest. What quest? Yes, I want to go on an adventure with Pat. Okay. And I'll feel much safer. Comes along with us, Yosen. He's made up his mind. I think I'll make it. Welcome to the guild. Now come, we've got to find our way what's hidden in Cat Camp's Revenant Stall. It's gonna be a dungeon. Don't tell me it's gonna be a dungeon. I'm gonna survey the spot. Alright, we'll go survey then. Are you sure this is where Revenant's Stall used to be? Look anything like a town. What do we do, Yosen? We won't know anything unless we poke around. Spread out and see what you find, and we can be careful of monsters. Alright, there we go. Survey designated area. Alright. Survey the area. What am I looking for, anyways? Oh, up here. Soiled can. Soiled canvas. Yeah, let's go with that. Well, we find wine. Deliver a cloudy bottle to Yosen. More than anything, did you find anything? I'll find some wine. It's not easy to come by, I guess. I mean, it'll be junk, isn't this really old wine valuable? That's right, wine the older the better. Miss Filament told me so. Mr. Saffron knows a lot about wine too. He spent bills and bills talking about it to some adventures. Mr. Saffron must be wiser than he looks, isn't he? Why don't we ask him about this bottle? Maybe we shouldn't. I think he'll just be angry that we have the wine at all. We wouldn't scold you. Would you ask him for us? Great, we'll go back to Revenant's Stall. Tell us what you find out. Platform. Can you tell me about this wine? Can you tell me about this wine? As much as I might like to join you, class, come duty, pray, where did you find this old age wine? I take it you were searching for treasure at the gold camp, and you came to me to learn its value? I'm afraid it has none whatsoever, but you have found the lost treasure of Revenant's Stall after a fashion. Our time is flourishing, it was not always so. Not so very long ago, this was an entirely savage place, marked by little but ruin and the stench of death. It was a hard life for the few who chose it, and naturally they took comfort in the bottle by night. So the prize was this wine that certain adventurers took to calling treasure for a spell. As time went on, someone mistook his disdain for Suf and came searching for this vaunted liquor. First were adventurers, of course, but shopkeepers and artisans soon followed. The monsters around here were still deadly, and the paths still treacherous. Many who came searching paid for the misunderstanding of their lives. So the settlers came up with a new rumor. The stone belonged to the dead, they said, and any man who slept on the land would have their soul torn from their body. Fields forever was veteran spirit. Can imagine that none of this was enough to scare the inexperienced and drunks away. Soon the tales of treasure faded into legend. That, my friend, is the truth buried in the evidence told. Alright, sounds good. Let's report back to the group. What did Mistress Hopkins say about the mine? Yeah. Oh, there never really was a treasure? Shit. Or something for buried gold or an ancient demon or something. It wasn't so bad. We did get to go outside town and explore. Yeah, it wasn't that bad. We're back in Doma. We're done helping out Revenants 12 for now. Let's go meet up with Ian and see how things are going on this side. We're back in Doma. We're gonna meet up with Ian, guardsman. Ian is expecting you. You may come in. May I show you in? Yes, let's go then.
On behalf of my delegation, I offer you my humblest thanks. Never did I imagine that I would meet the gallant and noble Lord of Doma himself, nor be welcomed into his magnificent hall.
You'll forgive me if we forgo the pleasantries. You say you are come to negotiate peace. Unless I am mistaken, such negotiations are typically conducted between sovereign nations. I was not aware that the Emperor had recognized Doma's sovereignty.
His Radiance has yet to do so, that much is true. Know, however, that he has expressed willingness to cede Doma to her ancestral masters and treat with her as a friend. Since the days of Emperor Solus, the Empire has aggressively expanded its territory. While you may not agree with our founding father's policy of expansion, I believe there is room for discussion on the matter of his lifelong goal, to rid the world of icons. Icons are a blight upon this star. They cannot be suffered to exist. This you know as well as we. In his wisdom, Emperor Varus wishes to explore the possibility of an alliance to combat this common threat. On the condition that Doma renounces summoning and pledges to police the Korgin's practice of it, his Radiance would extend the hand of friendship.
Doma has never shown any appetite for summoning, and it should go without saying that we will address any threat to our people, icon or otherwise. With regard to the Korgin, I must stress that they only resorted to summoning under extreme provocation. When the Ruby Sea was at peace and their sacred relics safe, they looked not to their kami for protection. Yet even now, there are certain parties who would destabilize the region with ill-conceived military forays. Unless they alter their course, we cannot hope to be rid of icons.
Quite. I can but apologize. In seeking to eliminate icons, the Empire creates them. 'Tis an irony among ironies, one with which the people of Eorzea are well acquainted, I am told.
Indeed, many summonings are the result of persecution, the weak being driven to call upon the divine for deliverance from the strong. So it was in Alamigo, the bitter fruit of Garlean oppression.
A tragic state of affairs. If we are to put an end to summoning once and for all, it shall not be through might, but harmony. Yet we continue to repeat our mistakes, oblivious to the lessons of history. My comrades and I would change all that. We, Populares, have campaigned long and hard for a shift in imperial policy. And at last, the Emperor has seen fit to lend us an ear. Alas, there is a faction within Garlemald that would obstruct our every attempt at reform. A collection of pure-blooded Garleans who seek to consolidate their own supremacy. The Optimates. Lest you wonder, theirs was the hand that loosed our forces on the Confederacy. 'Twas a regrettable incident, one that flies in the face of everything we believe, and I swear to do all in my power to prevent a reoccurrence.
That would be most welcome. But if I may speak plain, if the Empire itself is not of one mind, how can we be certain that any peace we negotiate will be honored?
I cannot blame you for doubting us. Indeed, I should find it strange if you did not. And so, in the name of building trust, I would like to make a proposal. A prisoner exchange. Under Garlean rule, no few Dormans were conscripted into the Imperial Army. We would repatriate them in return for those of ours you captured in the recent conflict. Naturally, any exchange would include the acting viceroy.
Yotsu? What makes you think we have her?
Forgive me, my lord. Was it not your wish to speak plain? Let us not play games. I desire only to work to our mutual benefit. The Optimates tried and failed to take my sister by force. I would succeed by peaceable means, thereby strengthening my party's hand. 'Twould be a lie to say I would not also be glad of my sister's safe return.
A fellow plain speaker. How refreshing. Very well. Your proposal has merit, but I will need time to consider it.
Of course, my lord. May we remain in Doma until you have come to a decision?
You shall be our honored guests. Yugiri, I leave the ambassador and his retinue in your care. See that they are well looked after.
You have our gratitude, Lord Hien. We shall look forward to your answer.
that was unexpected. Does seem a good way to begin. The question is, can they be trusted? They had not gained by divulging the details of their internal divisions. As it stands, we have no reason to doubt them. The ambassador's mention of Yutsu left me ill at ease. Made his grand talk of peace seem uncanny, like a lengthy preamble. I think this might be all ruse to facilitate her retrieval. Perhaps, though I cannot fathom why they would go to such lengths. Yutsuyo may have been the acting viceroy, but she is not Garlean, or even highborn. Her value must presumably lie in what she knows. Which brings us to the little matter of her memory loss. In her present condition, she would not yield any worthwhile intelligence, nor is she worth much as a bargaining piece. If you are well acquainted with the Empire's methods, I would have your thoughts on this matter. My knowledge is at your disposal, Lorien. While the ambassador's proposal is appealing in principle, it would be remiss of us not to give it due scrutiny. Though it seems to me I have little choice but to accept regardless. So many of our brothers and sisters languishing in imperial camps, I cannot well turn my back on the chance to secure their reparations. Only the Kanu would know when I will be afforded the latter. You will continue. Shall we excuse these two? I fear what follows will bore them to tears. I was about to show myself out. Happens. Come on, let's leave Alphabet to this met his copious knowledge. Someone's still sore from being made to watch a Sakazuki. Go on and keep Alice company. We're safe enough for now. Let's see. Alright. Take a look. Alright, I'll say what you want. Chance to relax at last. Yes. And when I'm out of my depths. Negotiate is no less than a battle. Stakes can be every bit as high. One misplaced word, and people could die. Take someone with a cool head. I'll be the first to admit that's not me. So we're left with eternal question. What do you do while they prattle on? Alice is wondering how best to make use of our reprieve from the tedium of negotiations. Alright, for want of a better solution, let's say you do a brief tour of the new lead of Berdona. I'd be interested to hear how the people are faring in their own words. And it's not as if we'll be missed here. Or will we? A moment if you would. Ayagiri and Asahi, was it? Have some business with Pedios. Was this no pleasure, my lady? I merely wish to exchange a few words with the famed slayer of gods and champion of Yorza. It is truly an honor. Such heartful admiration, one could almost forget that you're an envoy of the Empire. Oh, is that so strange? We have may stood on opposing sides in the past, but I see no contradiction in voting the women who would do battle for our common enemy. And lest you forget, this is my homeland. It would be remiss of me not to take at least thank her for containing the threat posed by the Kojins Valakon. Now, if I may continue as we speak, Lord Trahean deliberates over my proposal, and it would take this time to see the land I once called home. Lady Yuri is certain to be a jovial escort. Excursion would be all the more enjoyable for your company and safer besides. The ambassador has the right of it. He's not like to come to harm with you. At his side, will you join us? It would be my pleasure. case, I will join you as well. There's no one else to do until Kian has reached his decision. I think we'll find a way to learn more about the current state of Doma. So then, the four of us should make a brief excursion to Galaxia. And to start the town of Mountain. Let's see what has become of Doma Castle. Doma Castle, well, you follow me. Doma Castle was flooded during the battle. And crumbled, so yeah. Doma Castle would need to be rebuilt. Doma Castle was really flooded. Can this be Mosen, home of the Queen of Doma's samurai? I had heard that you intended to send some few of the automata here, but only by way of warning. It should not have come to this. Indeed, her savagery served only to incense the people and spurred them to rise up in protest. It was folly to think such methods of governance could ever prove effective. The sooner we can begin to make meds for this senseless destruction, the better. Securing supplies and support for their reconstruction efforts should not prove difficult, once our missions are formally at peace, of course. Yes, of course, if you would have a better view of what remains of the castle, you must proceed to the rooms. Yeah, the castle is kind of destroyed. I wonder if he's gonna like that. He's gonna be like, oh crap, the castle is destroyed? Yeah, it is destroyed. Obviously, you can see there's a lot of things here that need to be repaired. All of this is destroyed. This big city here is in ruins, basically. It's trash. I remember the keep being so beautiful in the light of the setting sun. One would swear it was a flame. It is indeed a doleful spectacle. Mayhap we will rebuild it one day when we have finished helping our people to rebuild their lives. And like a true popularis, the needs of the people must, of course, come first. Being of whom, you would be opposed to seeing how they live firsthand. The village of Namai. It's but a short journey from here, if I'm not mistaken. My river, yes, if you will follow me, I will ready our boat. Ready to cast off? Calls commence battle for his forgotten home. If you are above the maximum level, it will be same. Let's go. There's gonna be a battle here. Oh, great. Oh, people of Yangtze are probably gonna try to assassinate him, right? Is that why we're gonna have to defend him? Oh, that's probably what's gonna happen. We're gonna have to defend him.
Get back! I'm warning you!
Someone's in trouble.
What's happening here? Oh, it's the Red Kojin.
Are you all right?
Hi.
What do they want with you?
Yuki! And you lot too! I don't know. We were returning from the Enclave when they came at us.
It seems they won't go quietly.
And neither will we.
Leave this to me! An opening. The art of my forebears.
There we go. Easy. Duty complete. Easy.
That seems to be the last of them. You have nothing to fear, child. You are safe now.
Thank you, sir.
You saved us again. Thank you. If you're ever passing by our village, look us up. You'll always be welcome.
Thank goodness we arrived when we did.
Indeed. But what could have prompted the Red Kojin to stray so far from the Ruby Sea?
I presume these are the sellswords hired by Yotsu. If so, the answer is simple. Desperation. Bereft of imperial employment, they seek other means to line their coin purses. Another sad legacy of the Empire's mismanagement.
The Empire to which you have sworn allegiance.
Must you always be so pointed? If we are to bring about lasting change, we must look beyond narrow allegiances. You have every right to doubt me, but in time, I hope you will come to see that we share a common goal. You and yours have fought fiercely to change the Empire from without, but if we are to end the cycle of conflict, the Empire must change from within. Am I wrong?
Well, true reform can only come from within, that's true.
I knew you would understand. You have witnessed such change firsthand, after all, during your time in Ishgard.
Wait, do we go to Garlemald in the next expansion? That would be pretty cool. Do we go to Garlemald in the next expansion? Don't answer me. Don't answer me. I don't want this. I'm just talking about hypothetically. But do we go to Garlemald? Do we like join the Garleans in the next expansion? That would be pretty cool. Dear me, I had hoped convey my views on our nation. Shared hopes under more peaceable circumstances. This irritable little interlude did afford me a chance to see the famed hero of heroes. And few Imperial soldiers can say that, at least few who live to tell the tale. After that little ordeal, I believe it may be time for us to return to the Enclave. Return, my lord, but what of Namai? You seemed so eager to observe the villagers going about their daily lives. To be frank, I still am, but I rather doubt the good people of Namai would take kindly to the sight of a man in the Imperial uniform, with blood still dripping from his blade. Even in your company, my presence would only prove a distraction. Fret not, however. Thanks to the three of you, I have seen a great deal more than I otherwise would. And with any luck, Lord Hien will have finished considering my proposal by the time we return. All are free to travel in and out of the Enclave. Do you seek passage? Yes. Thank you again for agreeing to join me. If not for your aid, Kojin may well have overwhelmed us. We're going ahead, Lillian is expecting. I will remain without and keep watch over our guests. Well, I'd best not keep him waiting then. Expected, shall I show her? Yes. Hello, Ian. How things are going? A friend tells me you accompanied her in Masat during a tour of Yangtze. I had hoped you might take an opportunity to recover from your exertion at the Sakatsuki. I gather your time was well spent. Until the Ambassador affords you a chance to make full report, however, I was relying on you to supply the details, so please tell us how it all unfolded. Red Kojin here. Have there been any other such incidents since our liberation? Not that I am aware of. If they were planning some new venture here in Yangtze, we will need to increase patrols. In any event, I am indebted to you for finding them off. But tell me, and don't be modest, was Asahi truly the first to leap into the youngster's aid? He was. I was quick to doubt him when we first met, but his desire to save them seemed genuine. It's possible he truly believes what he's saying. In the time I've known you have always been an excellent judge of character. What do you make of the Ambassador? He may very well be an honorable man. Oh, how I wouldn't love to believe that. An ally of the Empire would change everything. It could give us a real chance at peace. Regardless of his aims, I am resigned to playing his game, for now at least. While the Force Ring summoning should be simple enough, considering we never dabbed in it in the first place. It just leaves somewhat thornier question of how to police the Red Kojin. was with the very questioned mind that had sought Alphinaud's counsel. Thanks to his knowledge of the icons and rituals used to invoke them, I believe we've identified a workable solution. As we will, Susanna was summoned forth using the power of relics locked away in the Kojin's vault in the Isle of Zeki. Though said relics remain there unto this day, it is all but certain that the act of summoning exhausted their stores of Aether, making subsequent summoning impossible. Assuming it is the case, preventing the primal's return rests on denying the Red Kojin means to amass new stores of Aether, either via the Kojin crystals or the relics they are wont to collect. This I plan to enlist the aid of our friends, the Blue Kojin. Since Doma's liberation, we have forged closer bonds with Buchin and his people. With their support, I am quite confident we can keep the Red from obtaining what they require to call upon the Susanna and one of the prisoners. When the exchange is agreed, I will give a full credit to Asahi for the success of the transaction. If there is aught we can do to help the populares garner favor, I mean to see it done. But first I have some unfinished business to attend. Would you all come with me? Yes, of course, but what matter of business? A past mistake which I would see put right, one which has weighed in my mind.
I had her brought here in secret while the three of you kept our guest company. The world has not been kind to you, it is true. But that does not excuse your sins. You should be at the bottom of the river. Yet here you are. The living, breathing proof of my failure. A failure for which I would now make amends.
What did I do? I don't remember. Was it really so terrible? Tell me, please! What did I do?
You speak of sins, my lord. But at whose feet do those sins lie? With the soldiers who committed the crimes, or those who commanded them to do so? With both, I would say. For all have a conscience, and all must choose. But with no memory of who she is, or what she has done, what sin remains to be cleansed?
You ask that I show mercy.
I ask why the heavens saw fit to deny me my rest. Why Yotsuyu was spared not only death, but the bitter memories of her life.
You truly think it the will of the Kami? If so, her life is not mine to take. It is yours to safeguard. Come the hour of the exchange, if her memories have not returned, she may remain here in Doma to live out her days as Tsuyu. But if they do, the Guardians shall have their viceroy. Though the people will protest, they will come to accept my decision when they have been reunited with their loved ones.
Thank you, my lord.
Now then, I believe we have kept our guest waiting long enough. Did Gorsetsu not seem strange to you? His sympathy for Yotsuyu apart, I mean. I know his powers of endurance only too well, but after all he has suffered, even he should not be on his feet. He puts on a brave face for our sakes, but it would not surprise me if he lacked the strength to raise his blade. Though I suppose if he and Yotsuyu are to enjoy a life of peace and quiet, he will have little use for it. It falls to us to shape that future, one in which he need never again set foot on the battlefield.
Lord Hin has at last reached a decision. If Yotsuyu safely goes to his care, all that remains is to answer Asahi's proposal. I realize other matters demand your attention, but ask that you stay one longer to see this business through. We're gonna mention to him about Yotsuyu losing her memory, because that is Yotsuyu's brother, right? Even though they've never been with each other since they were kids. Even though they haven't seen each other since, like, what? For decades? They haven't seen each other in decades, right?
My apologies. Our deliberations took longer than expected.
Think nothing of it. The time afforded me the opportunity to go on a rather rousing excursion through Yansha. You have reached a decision, then?
We are willing to cooperate with you in combating the Icon threat, and also in the exchange of prisoners. Assuming you accept our conditions, of course. As you know, your sister is in our care. Due to certain complications, however, we are hesitant to release her into your custody.
Complications?
She was inside Doma Castle when it collapsed. Though she survived, she remembers nothing of her past life, not even her name. To clarify, she is in our care not as a prisoner, but as a vulnerable citizen of Doma.
Are you saying you refuse to release her?
Not at all. If her memory returns before the appointed hour.
And if not, what exactly? You will accommodate her here in Doma?
Well, I sincerely doubt she will be of any great strategic value to the Empire. She spends her days daydreaming of Dango.
Dango? How dreadful. Very well. In light of our recent misstep in Sakazuki, it seems only fair that I show you the same understanding you have shown us. Though I do have one small request. Regardless of Yotsuyu's value to the Empire, she is yet my sister. Before I leave, might you permit me to speak with her in private?
Of course. Perhaps you could even bring her a plate of dango. She would be most pleased. Yugiri will see you to her chambers.
Forgive me, my lord, but has he not been gone over long? Perhaps I should... I understand, Ghost. If they understand concern, we have to wait. He deserves that much. I'm sorry to have kept you waiting. Thank you for your understanding. Long did I dream of this reunion, but never did I imagine it would be so joyless. Part of me hoped for your stories of her condition were just that, but alas, it is as you say. Do you remember anything of this man? Anything at all? No, I'm a stranger to her. That much was clear to me from a single look. I leave her in your care. As you wish. Now, if you'll excuse me, my superiors are long overdue for a report. They will be elated to hear of our agreement, of that I have no doubt. As for the exchange itself, once I have obtained the relevant permissions, I will arrange for your people to relieve of their various duties and send here to Yangxia. This will take time, of course. Of course, you may rest assured your soldiers will be well cared for until your return. We will also begin taking steps better counter to threat of the Kojin and their Aiko. Before you take your leave, though, there is one matter. I am informed it was you who took the lead in rescuing 2 young Domans from a band of Kojin sellswords. I have not yet had the time to thank you properly. Please, there is no need to thank me. I only did what anyone would do under these circumstances. Fortunately, I was in good company at the time. The light of the Red Kojin is one of the Empire's making. Were it not for our transgressions, those children would not have needs either. The people of Doma suffer enough, my lord, and I promise to do all in my power to spare them further pain. Yet the hands of the Kojin are indeed the Empire. The great Emperor will see things as you do. There may yet be a hope for us all. Until we meet again. Well, looks like Yutsu does not remember anything. As before, I leave Yutsu to you. I invite the rest of you to join me outside and treat Asahi to a proper farewell. Master Aether awaits at Cactuar fullness. Let us be off.
I wish you a safe journey.
This has been a most enjoyable visit. I look forward to our next meeting. Maxima, would you take the others and see that all is ready for our departure? I simply cannot leave without first giving thanks to the Warrior of Light for accompanying me through Yanxia. Mark me, savior of the savages. There will be a reckoning.
Oh, I knew it. He can't be trusted. Can he be trusted or not? And why the heck am I having a flashback all of a sudden? He probably wants a revenge.
You've nowhere left to run, traitor!
Ignorant savages! Killing us will avail you naught. For every Imperial you cut down, 1,000 more will come. Abandon this foolish endeavor and surrender. You may yet serve our righteous cause.
How dare you speak of righteousness? You who forsook kith and kin to serve conquerors! Be glad I grant you this mercy. What in the...
Oh, that's Xenos.
Reinforcement? No, just one! Cut him down!
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
This one is promising. Who remains to offer us resistance?
A host of rebels led by Lord Cayenne hold the Enclave across the river.
Lord Cayenne?
The king of the former king of Doma, sir. They say he is one of the greatest swordsmen alive.
Is that what they say?
Who was that?
Surely you jest. That was Xenos Galvus, legatus of the 12th, the Crown Bloody Prince. I heard he was strong, but that was frightening.
That was Lord Xenos. Everything you are, your power, even your face, it vexes me. Go on. Lash out like the beast you are at an emissary and jeopardize the newfound peace between Doma and the Empire.
Oh god, this guy. He seemed all nice at first, and now he's just being annoying.
My lord was destined to lead us unto a glorious new age. Your light is nothing to his radiance. I will cherish this moment, lock it away within my heart, until the day we meet again.
Yeah, he's not friendly at all. I changed my opinion on him. He's not friendly at all. Okay, we need to be wary of this guy. Speak with Hien.
You look troubled, my friend. Was it something he said?
Of all the memories to witness.
I had my doubts about him, but I would never have guessed he was a disciple of Xenos. My lord.
Calm yourself, Yugiri. I set no store by him or his enlightened brethren. But if by treating with them there is even the faintest hope we might secure the return of our conscripted brothers and sisters, I must play this game. After the way I risked their lives in the rebellion, I owe them that much.
My lord, you bear no blame for their fate.
If not blame, then responsibility. They were prisoners, and still I chose to fight, knowing they could be executed in retaliation. But now we have a chance to bring them home. If it means bargaining with a monster, so be it.
My lord.
Besides, I think he likes me, which is more than some can say.
True. Pretense for so long, only to drop it right in front of you before the end. Perhaps he has no longer thought it necessary, having secured Doma's cooperation in the prisoner exchange. If he truly is a disciple of Xenos, this possible emotion simply got the better of him. Remaining calm around the woman who slew his lord will have taken its toll. Whatever the explanation, now is not the time for hasty reprisals. We shall proceed as planned. The Red Kojin must be placed under surveillance, and the Garland prisoners made ready for the exchange. You need not concern yourself with the details. Leave the affairs of Doma to us. When the hour of exchange draws near, we will call for you. That sounds good. I should certainly hope so. Whatever the Empire's true intent, it would be on hand to play our part, either defend Doma or help usher in a lasting peace. We might use this time to return to Yorza, but given the volatility of this situation, I think it would be best if we remain Kugani. Agreed. Between Yosu's amnesia and Asahi's dubious agenda, I'd say we have ample reason to remain in the neighborhood. If anything should happen, anything at all, you must send for us at once. Oh, I will. On that be on my word. Charting a path through the sea of troubles promises to be difficult. I'm not so proud as to attempt the feat alone. To Kugani then, Taro and the others must know of what transpired here. Alright then. Next time on Final Fantasy XIV, we're gonna try to figure out how to rebuild Doma and have peace with the Garleans. This must be like the Garleans' main base, right? Over there. So, next time we'll try to have peace with the Garleans. And hopefully everything's gonna work out alright. I just hope everything works out well. So, see you guys next time.